up? It's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out LinealBoxing TV with Birdie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic.
Steve Bird, LinealBoxing TV. Join my good mate Pete Mercer.
Hey Steve, how you doing?
I'm really well, thanks.
Hello everybody.
Right, let's get straight to it. Contenders, Fight Night 3.
Yes.
Firstly, how are you feeling after all?
I'm eager to get started on the next one already.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Usually I need I want to have a bit of a switch off, but my juices have been flowing for number 4 before 3 started.
Yeah.
I'm keen as mustard.
Well, let's start on 4. What a top of the bill you've made, and what a fantastic start to the day we had, didn't we?
Yeah. So you had your friends messaging you, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I had my wife saying, Pete, we need you at the venue. I'm like, but we're working, believe it or not. I'm at this beautiful house, and big shout out to Wes from Exclusive Chauffeur Cars, picking up Steve from the airport.
He looks smart as, didn't he, them 2 cars?
Mate, the trailer. The
Yeah.
trailer for 4 gives me goosebumps. So
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says, go and top that, you won't.
Listen, it was just a perfect way for me to start the day as well, because exactly that. My mate called me, Steve, what the hell are you doing? I was swimming in a mansion.
Doing bombs.
With 2 monsters doing dive bombs.
3 monsters.
3 monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great start to the day, and like I say, that top of the bill's got people really talking already.
I think on a genuine note, the card, let's say we took that fight away, the fights that I do have lined up, I'm going to keep quiet about until I've got them confirmed.
Yeah.
As well as your 3rd fight with Mr. Roberts.
Yeah.
There's already a few good main event card fights that could sell a place out.
Yeah.
So as soon as the poster's done and everything else is done, I'm going to give everyone the same notice. Tickets are on sale as of now, with a new seating plan, and it's just going to be a case of, it will be a sellout. Without that fight alone is just...
That's worth for the submission fee as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a monstrosity of a fight.
I'm telling people as well, don't expect too much out of that fight, because these guys, bang. You sparred them both, haven't you? How hard are they? They're just...
Extremely. That
can end at any second, is it? A don't blink fight, that one.
And it's, again, it's a 50-50. Big Steve from Holland, or as you'd say, respect Steve. He's got 16 knockouts on his record. I think Big Dave has got 16 or 17 fights. We're talking experienced guys, but I've sparred Big Dave for over a decade, and I can vouch for how tough, not only how hard he is, but how tough he is mentally.
Yeah.
Because I've tried to give him everything, and he's just tough. He's tough, and so is Steve.
Yeah, it's exciting. I don't want to fight really on it. I just want to watch it.
I just want to go and watch. So yeah, ladies and gents, we're going to have, if Steve and Brad are going to be like the co-main event, really they should be the main event. But this big fight it's the main event. We're going to have, as I say, big Steve Bird versus
Little
Steve. Little Steve for the trilogy, the final fight with Mr. Roberts. Then we're going to have a 10-minute build-up and let everyone who's been involved in the show and fought get a seat so they can all sit back and enjoy the main event, including myself.
Yeah, it's exciting. Let's quickly go on to mine and Bradley's fight then, if you don't mind.
Of course.
That was a tough fight. And let me just say before, I've got nothing to prove to anyone. I don't sort of try and make up stuff. I don't lie about stuff. He hurt me more than I've ever hurt. My ear's still ringing now. He, after 25 seconds, put me to a place I've never been.
Just so you know, Mr. Roberts, we've just been watching that particular combination.
I'll put it on there. I'll show you which one we're on about.
Yeah, so we've been watching it, and it was when I said it would happen, like Bradley's dangerous and at the end of an exchange.
Yeah.
And it's when it happened, and much respect to you for taking that and carrying on.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of fight, because that was as close, but in that fight as well, as much as I love boxing, 2 corners did such fantastic work. Do you know what I mean? Ben and my mate James, they saved me that fight. Because after that happened, I was going to go back, and in my head, I'd lost. In my head, it was just a coast out. I couldn't do anything. Apologies as well, I hit him really late at the end of the first. That was pure. It was like someone stuck me. It was like a firework went off in my head. It was like a firework, and I'd have been spun round, and I was like, I just didn't know where I was. Try and get my feet back, hit him low, And that was just, I was all over the show. Went back, told him, it's the only time I could hit him, really. Went back, told Ben, and he was like, "Okay, they were super cool. Okay, can you protect yourself?" I was like, "Absolutely. Do you want
a cool corner?
Do you want to carry on?" And I said, "Yeah." I was so lucky. I interviewed a boxer, super tough guy called Derek Renfrew. Told me what happened. If I didn't know what this was, I'd have been like, "What the hell?" It's like a
Panic stricken.
Oh God! And it was a shell shock. So the second round, I come back feeling sorry for myself. Got beat up again. He was just so fast, so quick. Didn't expect him to be that light. And Ben again, super cool, super relaxed. And mate James, you okay? Can you protect yourself? Do you want to quit? I said no. I'll carry on. But in my head, just see it out the 5 rounds. And they're like, okay. I said yeah. And I said that to him. I said I'm just going to see it out. I'll ride it out. Do not pull me out though. I'm not going to quit. And then he goes, okay, no problem, and just switched on me. He goes, well, if you're going to fucking do that, I'm throwing in the towel. I was like, you're so nice around before. And they put it on me, and they said, if you don't do something now in 30 seconds, we're calling a fight.
That's good corner
And
experience.
I literally bit down on my gum shield and just try to get into the body. Because my whole plan was just go on the back foot and just try and jab him.
Well, you fought like a man on fire.
Yeah, I trained hard, and he is so tough.
Yeah.
So I had respect for him before, but I didn't think he could do that to me. Yeah, the second round, I won't tell you which one because he'll do it again, but he rocked me as well. And I've got such a good poker face. Yeah, I'll show him which one. The first one, I'll show that one. That was brutal, but the second one was bad. And then the third, I managed to claw it back, and then the fifth round, it was just do you know what I mean? It was just go to town, wasn't it? We weren't boxing, we were just fighting. He just pulled his arm, and that was Pete. Like I say, that was a fantastic call because it doesn't matter. My mate was like, why did they pull him out? It doesn't matter if you've got 1 second, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It's just too dangerous to...
You've got to do the right thing. And it's... if I was fighting, people who don't fight don't understand it. But fighting guys, like they'll fight and they'll fight and they'll fight. But if I was fighting and my arm started dropping like that, I'd be pissed off if you threw the towel in. But you are doing the right thing because we are trading heavy shots, and it's a sport at the end of the day, and it's you want to make sure everyone's all right. And if you're not protecting yourself properly or able to, then someone's going to get damaged.
Yeah.
So tough, but the right thing to do, I think.
Yeah, they're both. It was just it was a weird sort of combination, me and Brad, because he should start slow and finish fast, being the younger, and I should it's just all. I've got to thank, if you don't mind, just everyone at Maximus, Ben, all the team there. That they just done so much for me. Woking, Camberley Boxing Club used to let me go in and just use the speed bag. Shane Mosley on Saturday mornings. We had such a good team. We worked so hard. We had to. He was. Yeah. We both said, me and Ben afterwards, how quick Brad was those first few rounds. I was so shocked he was so light. It was a good third fight.
Well, we're just saying off camera before that that experience of the fifth round is only going to make him better.
Of course, yeah.
So the first fight you had, you both fought your hearts out. The second fight, you both fought your hearts out, but you trained that extra bit. You trained a lot more because of the experience of the first. The same is going to be for the third. The respect levels are there. So all it's going to do is push your game up for the third fight. Of course, yeah. And this is how people improve with trials and tribulations and successes.
It's the only way you can test yourself, isn't it?
Like you said, it's the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, the truth, that's it. Tough fight. So
superb fight.
Big respect to him. I've been thinking about this guy for a year now.
It sucks, doesn't it? Get up my bloody head.
No, awesome. Let's quickly go on then. Joe Koval, James Reedman, 2 experienced great guys of combats and sports.
It was Joe's very manly and does not. It's not criticism, Joe. You're a man, but I'm a man, but I don't mind giving affection and being complimentary. Joe, I swear it was an honour to have you on the show, as well as James. because you guys, I think you guys are amazing. Look up to you boys, and to have you on my show is a real privilege. And so thank you, gentlemen. Good. I only got to see about 30 seconds of the fight because I was busy with Brad upstairs.
It's been lovely because I've just come back from holiday and I've actually sat back and watched the fights. And they went to town. He put him down in the first. I think it was like a combo, but I think he hit him to the body.
Yeah, followed him to the body.
He just come back so strong.
Like a tank.
So it was a close fight, that one. I didn't know how to really call it. I might have called it a draw, but...
A few people have said that. Yeah.
But it was, listen, you couldn't take either away from either of them. The knockdown probably did deserve the win, but Yeah, so just two good guys, just two hard guys, aren't they?
Two tough mofos.
Two, yeah. Let's go on then. We've got let's go on this guy, Dan Tracy.
Dan Tracy.
He's dangerous.
He is dangerous.
And I really enjoy when I was up there. I don't really get nervous beforehand, but I was watching him train, and he doesn't give on monkeys. He's just nervous. It's just that excitement. I want to get in there and do. Do you know what I mean?
He reminds me of Matt Davison. Like Matt Davison's back training now.
Yeah.
He's given me 3 names he wants already, and I won't say the names.
Yeah.
But I've already asked a few of them, and they're like, "Oh, not quite yet, no thanks." But he wants everybody, and initially it was going to be Dan and Matt fight each other.
Okay.
We decided, me and Rob, that let's get these guys together. There's slightly different weights. Get them together, train together, benefit off each other, and go and take on the world in your own weights.
Yeah.
And Dan is just like as Rob would say, he's not technically poor. He's technically sound.
Yeah.
But there's like different levels of technicality. But he's a tank, and he's solid, and he's strong.
Yeah.
And he wants to tear up.
Yeah. Now, fair play to his opponent, because he was struggling to get fights down, wasn't he? And he stepped up to the plate. We did the interview beforehand.
Yeah.
And he says, I want to test myself against these guys.
And since then, I've actually watched some of his fights, Josh Bridgegrove, and I've spoken to him since. He's going to have some more K1 fights get under his belt. But I've been watching him fight, and he's no slouch. It's just a case of people who aren't accustomed to getting leg kicked. It takes you quite a long time to get used to it.
Yeah.
Because you can be tough, and you can have good ground game, or you can have good hands and good boxing. As soon as you get a good baseball bat on the thigh, it's a shock.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. But Josh is full of minerals as well.
Yeah, he'll come back from that as well.
Big respect,
It's not as if,
Big respect, Josh.
Another big KO, Vasily. That was against Kieran Alden, who was a great fighter as well. And he's a powerhouse, isn't he, that guy?
So Vasily comes from a superb team. In my opinion, when I was fighting, the person who was #1 in the heavyweight division was a guy called Christian Knowles.
Okay.
And the Knowlesy Academy. And so Christian, I've always been aware of, and he's an absolute, when in his fight days, he's a relentless, skilled killer. So if you get to see this Christian, you know what I think of you. I think you're incredible. So that camp popped up 3 days later. So yeah, we've got someone. And we watched it, and now Kieran, I rate Kieran as well. Like, I rave about Kieran. Kieran's got so much potential. He comes from a karate background. He can do all he can fight so well. He just reverted to type, went too tall against a shorter guy. He just got caught flush.
Yeah.
There's no arguing about it. He got caught flush by a tremendous fighter. But Kieran's since been back training. And Kieran, you know what I've said to you personally? We're working on certain stuff, and as soon as he gets accustomed to that fight, not martial arts, fight side of things, he is going to be on a tear himself.
Yeah.
And so, but Vasily, whoever won that belt would have been an honour that they had it, and Vasily's going to come back in December. I just need to find him someone.
Yeah.
And he looks like an animal, so it's great to have someone like Vasily as the champion. But it's also awesome to have someone from the Knowlesy Academy fighting on the show.
Yeah.
I feel honoured by that. And I also feel honoured that Kieran comes to me and listens to me. And I'm going to get that guy as good as I believe he can be.
Yeah. And like I say, he'll come back strong from that. And that's why I put that video. I'll put another link to that good video. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason. If you lose, good. You come back better.
That's all a matter of perspective, and hopefully your video will make people's perspective put a positive spin on it.
I don't care about losing. Records are for DJs. They really are. It's how you come back, and I guarantee you that defeat will make it 10 times better when you actually do get the win. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Let's talk about another one of your guys. He looked awesome. Dan Meaden.
Big shout out to Dan Meaden. Hashtag RUHB.
What's all that about?
If you know, you know.
I thought you were talking about sauce before. I get it.
It's just like a little in-gym joke, and it's...
You look very good though, very good.
Yeah, so do you know, this is like really strange, and again, this might sound like time-wasting waffle, but from someone who's a fight geek like me, he fought a really strong guy called Roman Barberi. I get your name wrong, Roman, but Roman... me and Roman have been talking since that fight.
Yeah.
I told him what we were looking for against him.
Yeah.
So before the fight, I heard that Roman drops people in every round. I was like, working worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Because Dan is technically sound.
Yeah.
Everything,
But when you get popped on the chin, that's when it all comes into play, isn't it?
yeah. So we knew this guy was going to charge forwards, being a shorter guy, power puncher, combination puncher. He is going to be on your chest. So that's all we work. Worst case scenario. Super tight guards. As soon as he throws that dangerous right hand or a left hook, we're going to take his inside leg kick, throw a knee, or throw the inside leg kick, make him lose his balance, make him hesitant, and once he's hesitant, go after him. And it worked a treat.
Never gave him that chance to plant them.
Exactly. But before the game plan started working, Raymond did land a massive left hook and a massive right hand.
He took it well though, didn't he?
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, the adversity that people go through. Kieran actually bust Dan's nose about 9 months ago in the gym. Caught him with a shot and Dan's nose went wonky. And Dan, his eyes filled up with water as they do when you get punched on the nose. He was done, his nose was bloodied up, and people, when that happens for the first time, they get a little bit emotional. It's like, it's a tough thing, right? Yeah. I've sparred with Dan and put it all over Dan. Can't do it anymore, but I believe in tough love.
Yeah.
And so all the trials and tribulations that a lot of my guys have had in the gym, where they've come second, they've been dropped, they've been really down on themselves. All those things that happened a year ago come into play on that split second. When he got cracked the overhand right, I thought, I've seen this happen in the gym. He was familiar with it, carried on, cool as a cucumber. And like I said, if any fighters out there, you are not going to look great and composed if you've never suffered. And this is what people don't get. Like, it's not by chance that happens. You've been smashed, you've been hurt, you've been emotional, you felt defeated, you've had your arse kicked. It all boils down to being there and done it. And because he's been there and suffered it, when it happened in the ring, it acted like it didn't bother him. Because he's had it and he's experienced it and he's familiar.
Do you know what I call it? Money in the bank.
It's exactly that.
Go back there.
You made my waffle go money in the bank. But yeah, that's what I mean.
I love that, because you have to be there to do it. And this is why some people, when I see some people, you've got to take this sport so seriously. Because I've seen people do white collar fights. Then the first time they ever get into the ring is the first time they fight.
That's not on.
You've got to take it seriously, because exactly what you said. If he hadn't done all of that hard work and all that hard prep and took that tough love before, he gets knocked out that fight, I think.
Yeah, and then totally demoralised. And
then, yeah, exactly. You'd rather get knocked out in front of 2 people than 200. Do you know what I mean? Good way. Right, last K1 fight, I think, of the night, didn't it? We had Jojo. Yeah. Sergio, again, against another fantastic fight. I can't pronounce his surname. Sorry, it's Charlie, isn't it?
We call him Pack.
Yeah.
Charlie Pack. Charlie Six Pack.
I didn't want to take my top off when I saw him upstairs.
I know, man. Next time you have to fight in a t-shirt, there's the rules.
Yeah, give him the vest, the big baggy vest. But I know Jojo well. He's another fantastic fighter.
Yeah.
He was brave as a lion, he was, because he could have just threw the towel early.
But we're in the. He was at Maximus today when I was working with Big Dave, and he was saying, look, because he's been working K1 really for 10 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm like, he said, I'm proud of myself for giving it a go, because our first session K1 was about 10, 11 weeks ago. So I was sparring with him, and obviously I'm bigger than him, so I don't put hands on him, but I'd put the kicks in.
Yeah.
And he would. 1 or 2 kicks would be finished. Yeah. But I'm like, you have to get accustomed. You have to get accustomed to reading the range, the body language,
the power,
get familiar with the power, the pain, and it just changes the whole dynamics, because he's got beautiful boxing skills and he's had boxing bouts, and point scoring I think is really beneficial. But at the same time, you do need to get accustomed to a fight and the pain and the power. But Jojo is his keenest mustard to get straight back at it, and he's proud of himself and proud of him. So I'm looking forward to getting him more.
I've got to go on. I love this guy. He was cheering for Bradley like a lunatic on the video, so I don't like him that much. But, Nicholas Musso.
Yeah.
The fight of the night, mate. That was beautiful.
I'm glad you said that, because he's been asking me, was I still fighting the night?
What a brave opponent as well. Didn't give him a second.
Yeah.
Fight of the night. I loved, because I didn't get the chance to anything, so I uploaded all the videos and I managed to sit down and watch them all. But beautiful boxing that was from them two.
Yeah. Well, if people remember Contenders 2, Mobsy was fighting Rick, I think it was Rick Moore.
Rick Moore, yeah.
Yeah, and Rick Moore was just so big and strong. They're the same weight. It was just the power difference was crazy, and he was just eating too many shots. And I put my nose in, executive decision, went to the corner, threw the towel in. He was just taking too many, and I apologised to him and said it was the right thing. And I've said to him, you look in his eyes and you can't help but feel love for the man.
Yeah.
He's a great fella and a lovable character.
Yeah.
This fight with Nicholas, they were just perfect for each other.
Yeah.
And them two are the best of friends right now. They want to come down and spend 2 days here, Wednesday and Thursday. Came on Wednesday, boxing Thursday. They want to go for a meal with Nicholas, and he wants to get on the show again. And I've got nothing but respect for Mob's Beat and my boy Nicholas.
It was
spot on.
It was a beautiful fight. I sparred actually Nicholas before. I did about 8 rounds with him.
I was pissed off Bradley, I tell you.
Did it?
He was like, fucking traitor.
It wasn't a traitor what he was doing to me, mate. He wasn't there tickling me, mate. It was no, he's just a good guy. He's just a
heart of gold.
And just a beautiful boxer. But Mobs, I thought he'd blow him away because I sparred him and I thought, he's going to. But he just held his own everything, just put it on him and took some shots and just
tough man.
Just
one tough.
For my fight of the night. So yeah, I'm glad that someone agreed with me. That was and for a card as stacked as that, that's a good feat, lads. That's
awesome.
Really good. Your lads, Aaron Swindon.
Yeah, well, Aaron Swindon, he lost unfortunately.
It's Connor Cummins, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was his best performance.
Yeah.
And so Aaron's got all the skills to be really good.
Yeah.
But something mentally holds him back. And this is not like a shock to Aaron because I'm always on Aaron's case. It used to be fight on the back foot. We don't have a ring at beatbox. We've got this massive matted area. He would retreat, and it would infuriate me. So I'd make a ring out of the guys, and I'd make it 2 meters square. We'd all stand there and make him
have to fight.
To. And he started to do that in the gym. So over his next few bouts, he's going to show more aggression. But even in that points loss, he showed the best performance. He gave me his best performance, so I'm really proud of him. 24 on his birthday, so
happy birthday. Dan Smith, Bobby Goodchild, another good win.
Yeah.
Dan pushed him all the way though?
Well, yeah. I thought Dan would be a real problem for Bobby because Dan is one awkward guy and he hits so hard.
He had to lose a lot of weight though, didn't he, as well? So.
He did. But the one thing I really rate Bobby on, for his lack of experience, he fights experienced.
Yeah, for a young lad as well.
Exactly. He fights like he's got more experience. And he's got an answer for things because he thinks nice and relaxed.
Yeah. And
there's no excuses there. And Daniel said to me after, he was just too good for me.
Yeah.
One thing I love about Dan is he's had more losses than he's got wins. He's had losses against real big, headstrong guys. And he's a trier. He doesn't make up bullshit excuses. And I've got a lot of time for him. He's
he's fighting good guys. When people
exactly.
What's your record? You're fighting good guys.
That's it.
Your card, and I try to explain this to people, it's so easy to... Anyone could go out, and anyone could be 15-0, 20-0. Anyone could. You could just get anyone to just do that. Yeah. But these are competitive. They're all pretty much as close as they're going to get. They're like, but you've got some really standout guys, and you've got guys who are going to give them a good go, but pretty much 75% of that card is pick'ems.
That's what... it's like this, Steve. If I was to be very short-sighted and just want to do one show and nick loads of money, one, you don't nick loads of money. You've got to put loads of money up, and it's a bloody stress. But two,
you earn every penny, don't you?
Yeah, and I'm passionate about it, so I love doing it. I want longevity, but you're not going to get longevity if Mercer's boys win every fight. It'd be like, no chance, Pete.
Yeah.
So all my boys know it's tough love in the gym, and it's fair fights.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And it shows on the night, doesn't it? It does show on the night.
Exactly. And I'll go even more gyms, which I'm really cool. I've got some really cool gyms wanting to get involved. But I've got lists of new gyms already. I've got like 9 to 10 fights made already. Yeah. Excluding yours and Steve's.
Yeah.
And possibly more. So I'm really excited. It's going to be... it's just going to be a banger.
What's going to be now? It's going to be sort of like one of these. It's an honour to fight on the show. As
really
opposed to get. That's what it will be. That's what it will. Just let me talk about the rest of the fight, and we'll do a recap. Cool. There's stuff I want to touch on that. But James, another fantastic fight against Joe Smith. I love Joe Smith. He is just
Me too.
But James is tough as you like, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just a nice, quite humble guy, isn't he? But tough as they come. I did think Joe maybe got that fight, but listen, it was another close.
I thought, again, the first fight was a clear Joe.
Yeah.
I thought the third fight, I said to him, look, I think it's one apiece.
Yeah.
You just need to forget power and loading. You need volume and you need consistent volume. Yeah. And I thought he might have pinched it, but I can understand why. But just so you know, I'm introducing judges to help out with the whole process. So it's not all on the ref.
Yeah.
But the referee does score the round after the round.
Of course, it's not
it's not memory.
And you've had a good last round, so that's why.
Yeah. It's. But I'm going to introduce judges to take the pressure off the ref.
Yeah.
Because I've done that, and it's like not everyone's going to be kept happy. But I thought pure volume. I thought Jamie nicked it by this much.
Oh, it's so close.
But I'm really, really, really proud of him. That was his 6th fight and his first win.
Yeah.
What a credit to your character, because he fought some bloody tough guys in his first fight who are a bit heavier than him, who've since gone on to knock people out and pick up straps. But what a testament to your character.
That just tells you everything about that, man.
Yeah.
6, do you know what I mean? 6, oh, fuck this, I can't, you know what I mean? It's just, it makes it, you find out something about yourself. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Your guy, Egon Ogzang?
Egon Ogzang, yes. Let me just double check. Sorry, I saw back. So Edgar, he fought Frank Gibson. Now Frank Gibson put up an amazing account of himself. A really good account of himself for his first bout, because Edgar's got a bit of experience, advantage with like an interclub and a bout. And it wasn't like a shutout for Edgar, but Edgar just edged it. But Edgar won, but massive shout out to his opponent. And I really,
sorry, go on.
After you.
No, go on.
And I really cheesed off that Edgar's brother Matt never got to fight.
That was a shame. That was a real shame.
Yeah, Matt Osgood is he's just turned 17, and every time I try and get him a fight, they pull out. So I'm a bit cheesed off that.
I was a little bit annoyed about that as well. But whether I don't get it. Like I say, I understand people have to pull out, but listen, before I go, I'd rather say it to their face than
that's it, exactly.
But listen, if someone pulls out at fight week, then for the other fighter, you learn something about yourself. Okay, no problem. Do you know what I mean? You just have to take the positive out of everything. So
yeah, exactly.
If he's half as good as his brother, they're tasty lads, aren't they? You're not going to pick on them at school. It's the big heavyweight fight you had on there.
I never got to see
that.
I never got to see that again.
Brutal fight. Carl Foster won against Daniel Taylor.
So, did you see that?
Yeah, well, I've only watched it back since. Carl Foster's out of House of Pain.
Yeah.
Steams rolls him. Daniel Taylor hit him with some clean, good shots. And every time I thought, the ref could step in here, he comes back and hits him good. So, Carl Foster got the win, but Daniel Taylor just an absolute beast.
Yeah, so I remember setting this fight up. House of Pain was Mr. Foster, and he had a couple more bouts than Daniel Taylor. I was talking to Reedman about it, and he was like, that's a tough fight, but that'll do him good.
Yeah.
And I think I caught maybe 10 seconds of it. But like I said, I had things going wrong backstage. I had to rush around and I had to pay attention to my guys as well. So I've watched the fight since, and again, Foster's coming back for this one if I can match him.
Yeah.
But I think I've just matched him, and Daniel Taylor.
Him against Frank can be a good fight.
That's what I'm thinking. Really good, and then he won't have to worry about his weight cut.
That's right. Yeah.
And but Daniel Taylor, superb heart, mate.
2 young lads we had from Maximus McVary against I can't pronounce his name.
We call him Mutz.
Mutz, yeah.
Yeah, the Mutz.
McVary can go as far as he wants to go. He's special, he is.
Yeah, really
but
good.
With an attitude as well.
In a good positive.
In a good way. I was chatting to his mum, they're super supportive, his parents seem lovely. But I had a little move around of him and he was just giving me everything. Really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Impressive. Really enjoyed those fights.
Yeah.
And then Danny Steen against Mahmood. Mahmood did brilliant. He was...
Can I... right. You judge a book by its cover. Second, it's just people do. If you don't know boxing and you're even if you do, you'll see these two guys walk out and you think, bloody hell, Steen. That is Danny Stein, is it? Stein.
That's right, yeah.
Stein, yeah. He looks like he's cut out of marble. Now, I know Mo he's had a few losses, but he's had like 2 or 3 bouts, but I know that Mo, he started to show some really beautiful stuff in the gym, but when it comes to the night, I know he's only had 1 fight. And he showed kahunas and heart. He did get beat. He wasn't very fit. So I'm really making an effort on all my guys to like make them train. And he got caught in the first round. I was like, oh shit! And then his character came out, and I came to the end of the first round and said, look, he's just giving you his best shots. Have you been hurt? No, coach. I said, now who's got the biggest balls? I do. So go and show him. He doesn't. And Danny, it's no discredit to you because I think your skills are beautiful. One thing I picked up on is Steve has a great poker face when he got hurt. Your face gave it away that you're uncomfortable getting jabbed. And I said, he's not comfortable getting hit. Stick it on him. Go low. Go wild and overhands. And that's what he did. And I was just really chuffed for Mo because he's one of those guys that it's all clicked in together. It's all clicked into place. And I really hope that Danny, you don't take this as a negative.
I don't think he did. He came out of it chuffed. He looked happy.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Glad to hear it.
He really did. He was just like, wow, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it 100%. I might be wrong, but the way I sort of looked at it,
because he looks mustard too.
Yeah.
But it was just a really good
But
jealous
they both
style.
trained together. I think they're friends, Mac and now. And they, like I said, if they keep training, I'd love to be that age and have that talent.
Oh, mate.
If I knew what I knew now, God.
Yeah, download to a youngster.
Please, yeah. Listen to Chris Mack and the guys at Maximus and Ben.
Yeah.
Listen to him. Do you know what I mean? And go as far as you want.
Exactly.
And last one, this was probably my happiest moment. But Mike Vaughan against Dimitri. Just another tough fight. But Mike, I tell you what, level, we sparred a lot in our first fights, and we had a real good camp together. But it was always like 70-30 in my favour. I'm sure you won't mind me saying that. It was always.
Yeah.
And then this camp, I said to Ben, am I getting worse or is he getting better? He put his life on hold for this fight.
Yeah. Remember the time we were sitting here and I had the bar of chocolate and peanuts?
And we wouldn't eat it. Yeah.
I was trying to get him to eat it. And he wouldn't. Shows the dedication.
And Dimitri's just no joke. That's another tough fight for him, a rematch. And
well, this the flip. There's a flip on it. Dimitri has signed up for this. He can't afford to be. He's only got a little bit of time in between breaks. He's been in the gym every day going through phased S&C. He is now like a man possessed.
Yeah.
Because he gave me some stuff before the fight I wasn't happy with. I said, pull your finger out.
Yeah.
And now he is training like I've asked him to.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, he trained really hard, but we had a little hiccup at some point.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy about it, and I made my feelings very clear, but I did it in front of the whole team to let him know.
Yeah.
And we're a big team. We all dig in together. My team's such a wicked vibe, man.
Listen, you lose together, you win together, don't you? You can see
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
And now again, I really like Mike. Although he's a Maximus guy, I'm still really good. Like me and Maximus are tight, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the fight night, I'm with my guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I really like Mike, and I'm happy he got his win, and I'm happy that Dimitri's taken a positive.
Yeah. Listen, me and Mike, he was as low as you can get after that fight. And we both come into the gym, we sat down and said, let's do everything, we ain't going to lose again. And we just had that mindset. And it was just, you could see it at the end of the fight. But he's changed his span 150 because he was like 18 stone at one point.
It's incredible. A massive shout out.
Look, what's Ben's done with him and his food plan and everything and changing. Not that he was unhappy or anything, but obviously he didn't want to be that size.
Yeah.
And if you'd have told him, he said, if you'd have told me when I was at the races, like getting like 20 pints and just enjoying life, like in a year's time I'd be in a ring in front of like 400 people.
Yeah, you would laugh it off.
You'd laugh it off. So
yeah, it's incredible if you get that little inspiration, that fire, and you get into something. It doesn't have to be boxing, but it's better if it's boxing.
Yeah, of course.
It's just amazing. It changes lives, man.
If everyone did it, the world would be a better place because it just takes
attitude.
Yeah.
Street attitude gone.
Got to quickly do another shout out as well to the MC and the referees.
Yeah. Like
my mate coming in, he's like, fuck me, is that?
Yeah.
Just gives that good gloss, and he's good as well, and he really
Grant
builds up.
Waterman.
Yeah.
Grant. So me and Grant had a really, really cool conversation after the show. And I went back and I was telling my missus about it. and I'm going to keep it between me and Grant, but it was a real joy when you get those deep conversations with people. I still think about it. It's a great conversation. He's a legend of the game, full stop. And Daz Degan is another human being I think is amazing. Respect him tons.
I love him as a ref. No nonsense. He's in charge. Show him respect. It's like an army sort of thing in there. It's like
it's exactly that. No pissing about.
But listen, he takes it so seriously. He has to be on the ball every split second. Brilliant ref. Brilliant ref.
And the thing, so Grant's a great referee. He does like
there was one more referee doing the K1 as well.
Oh, we had Mr. Jesse Saunders. Big shout out to Jesse. So these are the changes I'm going to make. Daz is a superb boxing ref. Like Daz is the ref. Jesse is going to do the K1 reffing. I think you are, Jesse. Yes, you are. Yeah. But then I'm also going to hand over to Daz. Like you get 3 judges. Jesse, you organise 3 judges. Just so when results come through, it can't be pinned on the fact where you've got a ref, because I've had that twice, and my reasoning for using Daz is because if I ask all these different people who I know from different gyms, there's always gonna, I think, maybe
you're never going to win, are you?
So with Daz, he does me no favours, and that's why I chose him, and he's bloody good at his job as the ref. So, but I am going to have him being assisted by judges, so he can't get pinned on. That's the wrong decision. But there's been no sour grapes, but I just want to make sure everything's watertight and improve the show.
Yeah. So recap it then for us, Pete. How did you find it?
Okay.
You have a lot of work on your plate, don't you? Not only helping to run it, you're coaching.
Yeah.
You're warming people up.
It sounds bonkers, but come fight day, I feel alive. I love it. When I finish, I feel like my basket's empty. What now? And it's really stressful, but it's a lovely stress. I enjoy doing it. Like I was driving here, my brain's ticking over about stuff. I'm going to talk to you off camera about all the stuff I've got to do backstage, and you're going to like these ideas. And me and Steve are similar. We're boxing nuts, so we're always trying to tweak stuff and improve it. So although people are saying wicked show, Pete, I had one complaint about a table, one complaint about something else. And straight away I'm going to rectify that, and I've already got a better seating plan, been to the venue, all the things that are constructive criticism I've addressed, and I'm going to make it, I promise, this is going to be my best show I've ever done. Any
sponsors for the next show you got on?
Well, guaranteed so far, Cattle, been with me since day one. Naz, you're an absolute, he's a friend of mine, but you're a legend, so thank you. And Wes Bryan from Exclusive Show for Cars. And then today I went to this place. It's in Byfleet, Wheels Approved Auto Works. So it does like bodywork repair and alloy wheel repairs, right? But they have this machine, diamond tipped machine, that's like 3 tons, that just shaves off these ridiculously expensive wheels at like 1/10 of a millimetre at a time, and like we're talking like Lamborghinis and Bentleys, and he had all these supercars in. I'm just like, holy shit! Like his garage is full of absolute like top end stuff. Like you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna go down and get some footage and pictures, but we're talking like high end. I was in awe of the cars.
Yeah.
And he's got this beautiful car. He's going to take me out for a spin. And I asked him, "You got to take me out." When my back's better, he's going to take me out for a spin.
Wicked, he's on board. Anything you want to finish off?
I can't wait to Contenders 4. Simple.
Yeah, that heavyweight fight is just mouth-watering, isn't it?
Yeah, so Big Steve, I am not cornering Dave for your fight. I'm cornering Dave for the fight in Romania because Ben can't make it. Dave is my friend and has been for 15 years. And Steve, I met in Amsterdam through a good old-fashioned dust-up. And the respect's there, and he's my friend, my friend from afar. So when that fight happens, I'm going to be sitting back, neutral, and just going to be appreciating what beauty you guys bring.
What a lovely way to end the interview, Pete.
Seriously, that fight's going to be so damn too good for my show. Simple. I can't wait.
What honour to host it.
And I'm honoured to have just great people on. And Steve, thank you for doing everything you do with LinealBoxing TV.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for having me. Brilliant, mate. Subscribe to Lineal Boxing TV and watch some more exciting stuff coming this way. Cheers, Pete.
Cheers, buddy.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul.